What's up, everybody? It's Broman. We're going to dig into two exotic changes for the Titans today that I think are fantastic. Number 1 and number 2, we're going to cover the Lion Rampart and the Syntheseps. So the Lion Rampart has a change. It's the usual aerial maneuverability, but it enables hip fire while in the air. Now, I know what you're thinking. That seems neat, but I don't think you understand the absolute kick-ass nature of being able to sky across an entire map and never stop shooting. Never stop. You just never stop. You can just float around. You act like a giant turret person. Speaking of giant turret person, maybe we could grab this. You can grab yourself a Skyburner's Oath. You can just jump around and you can just mess everybody up. So the Lion Ramparts, not only they have a solid improvement, they definitely have the maneuverability that everyone's looking for. But when you're talking about synergy with other weapons, and most importantly, and this is what I think Bungie's goal was when they started announcing how exotics are in Destiny 2, is it provides a new way to approach pretty much any combat situation that has verticality in it just by wearing the exotics. The fact that you can thread in and out of areas, you can speed up, you can slow down. In PvE, it's really, really strong. It's fun. As far as like the best uses, I don't know. I've only had about 24 hours to play around with it, but I have absolutely been in love with it. I highly recommend picking it up if you're somebody who likes aerial playstyle as a Titan. If you missed Titan skating, this feels like a great replacement. So I highly recommend picking these up. And then my next favorite change is to the Syntheseps. So biotic enhancements, increased melee lunge, improved melee, and super damage when surrounded. So they talked about these in the patch notes, but basically the Syntheseps now have a big boost to, stacking damage increase. But that's not the thing that I find the most incredible. You have about a 20% base boost to your superpower when you are attacking or using a super wearing the Syntheseps. This makes Titans, or this makes Titans 1 even stronger, but 2, it makes the must-have, in my opinion, raid exotic. Hang on, let me get some coffee. The reason it's a must-have is because you need DPS. This is the Titan version of the the Nighthawk. When you're talking 20% extra damage to every rocket that you're firing, or 20% extra damage to every hammer that you're throwing, which ends up being a cluster bomb rocket, you're talking about a lot of extra damage. And I wasn't really sure how noticeable it was going to be, but that's why we're doing this encounter right now, so you guys can kind of see how absolutely ridiculous it is. I was using it on Escalation Protocol, but a 20% buff is essentially like having a continuously active Night Stalker tether on the enemies that you're trying to fight. So yes, you still get the bonuses from the debuffs, but what I think is important is you get to add an extra 20% on that, and it's nasty. So usually hammers here, they do good, but bye. Essentially, this turns Titans from an already really good DPS class to a fantastic DPS class. And when you're talking about close range encounters, when you're talking about dealing with waves and waves of adds, the up close capabilities to stack your melee, increase melee lunge range, and just in general fuck things up. Is that fuck things up-ness that you're going to get from the Syntheseps makes me a happy camper. These are my two favorite changes to the Titan. I know a lot of you yesterday were very curious as to the enhancements that we could be looking at when it comes to the hunters and the warlocks, and we'll get there, I promise. I'm sort of waiting on my brother who's a warlock main and my buds who main hunter to give me their highlights, because I'm not nearly as like in there mentally when it comes to figuring that stuff out. But we'll get it, man. We'll get it. So thank you so much for watching today. Make sure you pick up your Syntheseps. Make sure that you pick up the Lion Rampart if you haven't already. They're worth grinding for now in a big way. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you for taking time out of your day to enjoy this content. Share it with somebody that you love, or share it with somebody that you hate. I don't really care. Share it with your grandma. I love you, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.